what is the purpose of IslamWise in Canada? We will be focused on empowering your organization and helping them create programs to develop and make the journey of a new Muslim or a renewed Muslim successful one. Let us think about it. What used to happen when the Prophet of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his companions would receive new Muslims? They would receive the people who are embracing Islam. So what would happen? What kind of activities would take place? What kind of support would they provide? And at the same time, I would like to ask you, what kind of support are you providing? What do you know should happen once someone takes Shahada? Yes, we know about the hugs, we know about the boxes, we know about the gift cards if you do that. But what's after that? So let's go back and think about it. What would the Prophet ﷺ and his companions would do? Well, the answer is there was not one thing that they would do. It would depend on what are the needs of the person. They're not one specific need for everyone. So if the person needs to be taught on how to pray or how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that's what would happen. If the person needs to be reminded and inspired on why it's important to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deserves worship and why our happiness lies in and our success lies in worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that's what the focus is. The focus is not to teach prayer then, but the focus is to develop the aqidah, to develop the faith and the iman. If the person needs support and empowerment to deal with the parents, then that's what it is. If the person needs support and empowerment to be financially independent, then that's what it is. Well, do we do all of that? No. But what we can do is we can empower your community and we can empower new Muslims on how to tap into the existing resources and how to navigate and how to make things happen for them. So depending on what's needed. So how do we do that? We have divided into a few components and I would like to present those components to you. Well, number one, if you are an organization leader or a donor or a regular attendee at a masjid or at an organization or at an MSA and so on and so forth, what we can do is we can come in and we can train your dedicated people. I'll come to the people part later. What is special about our program for the people, for the volunteers? I'll talk about it at the end. But for now, what we can do is we can come in and we can do the training and then we can provide you with ongoing support for your volunteers, but we do not manage them. That's one model. The second thing that we can do is we can manage as well the dedicated volunteers at your organization, and we can help you figure out on how to have different programs that will not only cater to the new Muslims but also the renewed Muslims. So renewed Muslims are Muslims who are now embracing Islam properly and they want to implement Islam in their lives. They may be people who are coming back into Islam during Ramadan or for various reasons, but they now seriously want to learn it, implement it, and be away from the culture, but really learn what's important, what's less important, and how to navigate and how to be successful in practicing Islam. So that's one of the things that we can provide you, training and then backup support, or training plus managing your team. Now, if you're a new Muslim or you're a renewed Muslims, and you do not know how to navigate the Muslim community, you have many questions, you want to prioritize things, you want to find learning opportunities, or you want to find teachers who can teach you, or you want to find online learning, whatever it is, we can work with you with your individual needs and try to figure out a roadmap or a plan that is suited for you and do consistent weekly or bi-weekly follow-ups so that you are making progress. So that's what we can do for you if you are not a new Muslim or a renewed Muslim. Now, if you want to volunteer, here is where the difference is. Look, we do not want people who just want to volunteer for the sake of volunteer. We really want quality people who will take this as a professional job. Yes, there's no paycheck associated with it, but our expectations from you are no less than a professional job. Think of it even a startup job. Okay, so if you come and you say, hey, I'm going to give 2 hours a week, then it has to be 2 hours a week. And we want to make sure that those 2 hours are productive for you and efficient for you. At the same time, we would offer you training and support and your own personal development so you can acquire the skills that will help you in your life as well. So that's the goal. We want to have a really A+ team of A-star people. We'd rather have 5 people, 3 people than 30 people who are not pulling their weight. So that's something we will, inshallah, be really focused on having dedicated quality people. Even if it's 2 hours, we want 2 hours of quality time. So if you want to volunteer, there are different ways you can volunteer. You can help us arrange trainings. You can be a convert coach. You can be a convert mentor, renewed Muslim mentor. You can be a teacher, passive teacher. You don't have to chase them, but you can be a passive teacher. You can help us with event planning, event management. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but again, with high quality. So I hope that this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, and we look forward to working with you and making a big impact bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So until we talk again, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.